Hello! My name is Callista, and welcome back to Life is Strange, the bonus episode, Farewell. In the last episode, Max and Chloe discovered an old recording that they made 5 years ago to their future selves. It seems that they made a little treasure map and they buried some treasure somewhere, and that is what we are going to spend today doing. Now then, the treasure map isn't where it was supposed to be, so we have to find that. We got some paper over here.
Chloe and I were doing a lot of drawing in Miss Shelley's class. I wonder if the map is mixed in with her school supplies from that year.
Okay, I was saying I wondered if Miss Shelley was the babysitter. No, she was the teacher. Okay. Well, Chloe scored 100% on the test. Great job as always, Chloe. Now please try to pay attention in class instead of drawing pictures with Maxine. The Civil War began when southern states wanted to secede from the Union. The President of the United States, Abraham Lincoln, gave the Gettysburg Address and issued the Emancipation Proclamation. The people who fought to end slavery were called abolitionists. Harriet Tubman was great. Oh, I love that lady. Harriet Tubman worked with the Underground Railroad to help slaves escape to freedom, and in 1864, Congress passed the 13th Amendment, a change or addition to the Constitution ending slavery. This makes me laugh. So we don't really get taught about American history in British schools, and I was talking about the Underground Railroad with my mum. She thought it was literal. Here's the thing, we don't get taught about American history much currently. When my mum was in school, they didn't get taught that shit at all. As such, she genuinely believed that slaves were going to freedom on an actual train. She didn't understand that it was a metaphor. I laughed. She was very embarrassed. I laughed heartily. I think that's cute. I think that's sweet. Just her face, because when she thought about it, I was like, well, if they were riding a train, the slave owners would have just dug up the tracks, and she was like, oh yeah, and trains aren't particularly stealthy, and they were runaway slaves. Oh, it was funny. I thought it was funny. Okay, so where would her school supplies be? We can lay down again. We've already done that. It's not likely going to be in her current backpack. Ooh.
I remember writing this. It's a story where you choose what happens. Wonder if I could still get to the end.
Max and Chloe's Sewer Adventure by Maxine Caulfield and Chloe Price. Okay, you are Max and Chloe, the best friends and students... What? The best friends and students in school? Okay, I kind of get what they're saying. You sit in class until, suddenly, a cute squirrel arrives at the window. It's so cute. Do you want to pet it? Pet the squirrel, page 8. Don't pet the squirrel, page 3. Well, let's go to page 8. I want to pet the squirrel. Yep, you go to the window and pet the squirrel. Of course, why wouldn't you? It's a cute squirrel, and you want to pet it. Hey, Mr. Squirrel, you say. Ah, stop biting me, you say next, because the squirrel is now biting your hand. But it's too late. You have rabies. Mrs. Anders has to shoot you so you don't bite anyone else. This makes her very sad. Guess you shouldn't have pet the squirrel. The end. How many pages are there here? Okay. This is so inventive, Maxine and Chloe. But next time, please do the book report you were assigned, Mrs. Anders. Okay. So there are 13 pages. I want to... Here's the thing, I want to read this. I want to read this, and I want to do it in order so the story makes sense. So let's see what happens when we don't pet the squirrel. Why don't you like squirrels? They're so cute and nice. You must be very mean. The squirrel seems annoyed that you ignored her. She runs in and steals the book report right off your desk, then runs back outside. That squirrel stole my book report, you tell the teacher. Whatever you say, Mrs. Anders responds, clearly not believing you. What do? chase the squirrel, page 4, or stay in class, page 10. I'm going to assume that staying in class is the bad decision, so let's go see that. Yep. You decide not to chase the squirrel. When the time comes to present your book report, you tell Mrs. Anders that a squirrel stole it and ran away. She doesn't believe you. Remember, I told you she doesn't believe you. Why didn't you listen? You should pay more attention. Anyway, Mrs. Anders reports you to the principal, and soon you're kicked out of school for being a bad student. Without school, you can't ever get a job or make money. Now you live in a shack without TV and do drugs. Soon, you will be dead. Guess you should have paid attention. The end. God damn. Young Max and Chloe are savage. It was... Yeah, this one, so let's see. Go to page 4. As soon as Mrs. Anders turns around, you run out of the window and chase the squirrel. That is a very bad thing to do, and you hope you don't get in trouble later, but you probably will. Outside, you look around, but you can't find the squirrel. Is she gone? Oh, there she is. She's standing next to a sewer hole. You run up to her, but she gets scared and jumps down. Oh boy, do you really want to go down there? Jump down the sewer, find another way, page 6. Okay. Let's jump down. You are very brave! You leap down into the sewer. Thankfully, there is a pile of trash, banana peels, and dirty diapers to land on. Phew! You hear a squirrely sound in the distance, so you run to follow it. There are many twists and turns. Eventually, you come to a fork in the road. But now's not the time for eating, so you put the fork back down and consider the 2 paths in front of you. On the ground, you see a trail of tiny footprints to the left, and a trail of chewed-up paper to the right. Which way do you go? I feel like the trail of tiny footprints is a trick, so we're going to go to page 7. Oh, smart choice. You go to the right, following the path of chewed papers. After a bit of walking, you end up in a dark corner. Suddenly, the floor falls away and you find yourself swimming in some sort of warm liquid. Almost like a big puddle, except... Why does this liquid taste like acorns? A bright light comes on. It turns out you're not in a puddle, you're in a big bowl of acorn soup, and all around you are squirrels, holding spoons and wearing tiny little aprons. They look so cute, and the soup keeps getting hotter. Guess you weren't too smart after all. At least you'll be delicious. Great. Great. And page 9, okay. Page 9. You picked right. I mean left. Which was right? It's confusing. In the distance, you see the squirrel, but he's not moving. In fact, he's dead. Who would kill a poor squirrel? Suddenly, the ground begins to shake. Around the corner, a giant rat appears. It's the biggest rat you've ever seen. The biggest anything you've ever seen. It's the Rat King. The Rat King is wearing a crown and standing on a throne of all your missing homework, including your book report. What do you do? Run towards it, page 12, or run away, page 5. We'll run towards it, we'll be brave. Yep, we shouldn't have been brave. Your dad always tells you to run towards your problems, not away from them. Unfortunately, you picked a really bad time to start listening to him. You run right towards the Rat King. At first, he seems surprised. You try to punch him in the face, but you forgot about his long, hairy, gross tail. He wraps you up like a boa constrictor and drops you into his mouth, swallowing you with one gulp. Now you get to see what the inside of a rat looks like. This would make a great science report. Too bad you won't be alive to tell anyone. The end. And it was page 5 to run away. You run away like a scaredy cat. I don't blame you, that thing is gross. As you run, you almost trip on a small shiny object. You pick it up. It's a lighter. Your mom never lets you play with these, but she's not here right now, is she? Now is your chance to kill the Rat King and protect all the students' homework once and for all. This is your chance to be a hero. Do you do it? Just kidding, you don't get a choice. You may get to choose some things, but I'm still the author here. You have to attack the Rat King. But how do you want to attack him? Burn his tail or burn his throne? I have in my head that 13 was the right answer, so... Oop. You decide to burn the Rat King's throne. It hurts you to burn all of that amazing homework, including your wonderful book report, but you remember that it's for a good reason. As soon as the throne catches on fire, the Rat King begins screaming, "No, my throne!" Suddenly, the Rat King begins to shrink. Before long, he is back to the size of a normal rat. He can't even climb out of his huge crown. Oh, he's so cute now. You run back to class and tell Mrs. Anders all about the Rat King and everything that happened. Not only does she forgive you for not having your book report, but she declares that you are the greatest hero in the school. Duh! The end. Until the next Max and Chloe adventure. Aw. That's cute. They didn't do the book report, so instead they did this. Aw. Let's see what the other things that we didn't read were. We read that. Okay, page 6. I don't blame you. That sewer hole looks pretty scary, but is there any other way down? Suddenly, a light bulb appears above your head. You use it to light the way back to your house and into your bathroom. You step 1 foot into the toilet and flush. Whoosh. Next thing you know, you're in the sewer. On the ground, you see a trail of tiny footprints to the left and a trail of chewed up paper to the right. Which way do you go? Okay, you decide to burn his gross, long, hairy tail. Good plan. Whoosh! The Rat King's tail is on fire. He does not like that one bit. He starts freaking out, waving his tail around like crazy. You know all the trash and dirty diapers in the sewer? Those are highly inflammable, which means the same as flammable for some reason. Suddenly, the entire sewer catches on fire. You are surrounded by gross sewer flames. Is this really how you die? Burning to death with the Rat King in a disgusting sewer? Yes, it is. The end. I'd like to apologise for all of the tongue fumbles. It's extremely hot. I've said this before, I'll say it again. I really don't do well with the heat, and it is boiling right now. Britain's in, the heat wave hasn't started, but it's coming, and I can feel it. Okay, yeah, that's all that.
Yes. Take that, Rat King.
Aww, that was cute. Oop, hello. Ooh.
Don't move. This angle is perfect.
Why be shy? Get in here, dude.
Oh, let's pose.
Subject and photographer. You really do it all, Max.
I try.
Okay, can we not... Oh, we can't see the photos we take. Okay. And there's the textbook.
I think this was the first class Chloe and I had together. Not sure I learned much about the stars and stripes. Bingo.
Hey, there we go. There's the picture. Chloe's secret lair, the dark cavern. The amulet is in the dark cavern. Treasure Island, and then Price Castle. Okay.
I'm remembering this now. Didn't we make some crazy puzzle? You need the telescope and the amulet.
Which we hid inside a dark cavern, aka the attic.
Ugh, why did we do that to ourselves?
Because we were 8 years old and the attic was the scariest place we could think of.
I mean, attics are spooky places. I don't like attics.
Was. Your attic is still terrifying.
It's been 5 years, Max. I'm sure the boogeyman has died of starvation.
It's more the mice and spiders I'm afraid of.
Time to face your fears, then.
Okay, and once we have the amulet and the telescope, we use them to reveal the treasure. Somehow.
Here's what's happening. I'll head to the garage to dig up my old telescope. You go find that amulet. We'll meet out back at the pirate ship.
You mean the swings?
Yes, the pirate ship. Captain Bluebeard and Long Max Silver right again, bitches!
Chloe seems so into this. If this has to be my last day here, might as well have one final pirate adventure. Okay, Chloe said she hid the amulet in the attic. The only way in is through the broom closet.
Okay. but here's the thing, can we explore... Oh, we can explore the rest of the Price household. Of course I'm gonna do that.
It seems like Chloe's dad always has a project around the house.
Oh, I feel like that would just make it sadder, because there are projects he never got to finish, like painting the outside. Half of the house is blue.
Makeup is great for acting in Halloween costumes. Any other time, I just don't get it.
I mean, that's fair. I don't wear makeup myself, personally.
I guess Chloe never really grew out of wanting to be a pirate.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Be the best pirate you can be.
The things inside this cabinet haven't changed very much over the years. Chloe's mom bought me a toothbrush because I spend the night here so often. Well, I used to.
Oh, that's so sad. Bless me. Excuse me, pardon me. Remember to cut that out, Callista.
Place in the house, but I need to head to the attic.
Oh, we will, but first we search.
I slipped and broke this post a few years ago. But Chloe insisted on taking all the blame. Even after she got grounded, she never squealed. What a friend.
Oh, what a friend. And you never bothered to tell her that you were leaving until, like, the last moment.
I can't believe I won't be able to call Arcadia Bay home much longer.
Here's the thing, I'm giving Max a hard time here. I can understand why. She's like 13. And I think she was probably scared. She didn't want to do it. She didn't want it to be real. Telling Chloe made it more real. I think Max's behavior now is a lot more understandable to me.
I think the door to the attic is inside the broom closet.
Okay, if you're gonna do that, then I'm gonna go to here, love. Max's behavior here is a lot more understandable to me than how she behaved over the 5 years she was gone. Because she was still a little kid. She was still very young, and, you know, she thought, oh, well, I'll tell her tomorrow. Oh, I'll tell her tomorrow. And it just kept being pushed back and back and back until finally it was like, we're gonna be gone in a couple of days, and she still doesn't know. And I don't really know how to tell her. But then, like, I find that understandable compared to Max completely ghosting her. Because, I mean, we read in her journal how she kind of thought, like, oh, Chloe's probably having a great time. You know, if I text, that'll just bring up bad memories. She's having a great time. Yeah, Max really lied to herself to avoid dealing with Chloe's grief. She really didn't want to deal with that. And here, you know, like, oh, I slipped and I broke the banister, and Chloe took all responsibility, and she's never said anything. Chloe is definitely the alpha personality in their friendship. Like, right now, you know, she's the one being like, oh, let's go do the adventure, let's go this, blah, 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 blah. But I also think Chloe was a better friend. Whereas Max, I just think she wasn't emotionally prepared. Max doesn't really know how to deal with her emotions. She doesn't know how to deal with very sad emotions. And so her first instinct is, I need to nope out of this. And I'm going to justify this to myself by saying, oh, she's living a great life. And if I got involved, then it'd be a reminder of William dying. Therefore, you know, I'm doing her a service by not getting in contact with her. I just... Hello? Oh, okay. Oh, that's interesting that they're giving us this. At long last, okay, a way to see all of the stuff you've read. Huh, interesting. Yeah, I get the feeling that when they were kids, Chloe was the better friend, but then obviously when Max came back, I don't think that Chloe was a particularly good friend. Like, she really didn't care about Max's feelings, she just was so hyper-focused on Rachel. And I don't think Max was a particularly good friend either. You know, she ghosted her for all that time, and she felt so guilty. She kind of was Chloe's yes man for a lot of season 1.
I don't think I've ever actually seen anyone reading these books.
Oh, the poor books.
I wonder if I'll ever take this view in again.
I find it interesting that she wasn't even considering going to Blackwell herself at this time. Maybe it was only when Mark Jefferson rocked up, because she was like a big fan of his work. Maybe that was the catalyst for her. Maybe I should look at Blackwell Academy as like a serious contender.
House, but I need to head to the attic.
As a serious contender for where I go to school.
I always like to imagine I could open that wardrobe and step into another world.
It does look like a pretty good Narnia wardrobe.
I don't think I could ever handle a real-life murder investigation.
You think that, but you do. Toll Bridge, an Oliver Sharp mystery. You'll pay with your life. By Ed Juanita. I'd read that book. I love a good murder mystery. I'd read that.
The Two Whales makes the best Belgian waffles. No other diner could even come close. It's so sweet that Chloe's mom takes this photo with her to work.
Oh. Again, they look so happy.
Aw, Chloe's parents are so cute.
This is such a cute picture. Anything over here? No. No, I want to look at the gum. There we go.
Chloe's mom is trying to quit smoking?
Yeah, she was trying, but we know she still smokes in Before the Storm and Life is Strange Season 1, so I'd assume the stress of William's death kind of put this idea to bed.
Is that an email from the principal at Blackwell?
Oh.
Chloe did act a little strange when I asked her about school earlier. The principal at Blackwell wants to meet with Chloe's parents. I wonder what about.
Okay, to William Price from Ray Wells, subject, meeting this week. Hello, Mr. and Mrs. Price. I would like to begin by saying we are thrilled to have Chloe at Blackwell. Rest assured, her scholarship is not in jeopardy at this time. However, it seems that she's having trouble transitioning into this new, more challenging environment. I'm emailing to set up a time to talk about the incident that occurred last week. I'm very concerned about Chloe's behaviour and would like to work with you to take steps to correct it as soon as possible. I'm sure you are as dedicated to Chloe's success here as we are. The future needs excellence. Regards, Ray Wells. Here's the thing, I get the feeling that Chloe was being bullied for having an old hoodie, and Chloe stood up for herself. But God forbid we have any consequences for the rich kids. God forbid we punish them for bullying. No. We need to punish the victim for standing up for themselves. Yeah, that's the correct way to deal with this situation.
Did Chloe get into a fight? She never gets in trouble. I'm glad her dad stood up for her.
Yep. Oh, good on you, William. Good on you. Ray, Chloe was not the only student to act out that day, and if you ask me, Marissa Rogers isn't the victim, she's the bully. Maybe if both sides of the story were heard before placing blame, your school would be a less challenging environment for your students. Focus on your school. I'll focus on my daughter. William Price. Oh, good job. And calling him by his first name, not Principal Wells, Ray. Oh, William, that is a power move. That is a power move right there.
A voicemail? I wonder if it's still there.
Oh. Okay. To Joyce Price. We don't know who from. These types of people are exactly why I didn't want Chloe at Blackwell. We'll figure this out. I promise. I love you too. I forgot to tell you, Mrs. Rogers called while we were out yesterday and left a message. It's still on the answering machine, but please be careful when you listen to it. I don't want Chloe to overhear. We need to figure out how to handle this. I know the principal said her scholarship isn't in danger, but I still worry. Love you. So this is from William. They're leaving messages to each other, you know, on the computer. Oh.
Sometimes I really wish I had siblings.
Yeah, Aaron was William's brother. Thanks for the pressure washer. Finally used your pressure washer today, and I just wanted to say thanks again for letting me borrow it. Works like a charm. It's not our dream house, but now it can at least be the right colour. If you want to come over next weekend and give me a hand, there'll be a cold beer in it for you. Give me a call. Hope everything at work is still going well, and tell Linda I say hello. William. Oh, yeah. I was a bit confused who was saying this. Yeah, William was painting the house. They wanted the house to be blue. Oof.
Chloe hasn't mentioned a trip. Maybe it's supposed to be a surprise. Oh, so cool.
Okay. They were going to visit Arizona. Nice.
Chloe is such a nature nerd. I bet she's gonna love it.
Oh, take a look at the Grand Canyon. Oh, she would have liked that. She would have really liked, or at least this Chloe would. Older Chloe, probably not so much, but this Chloe, she would have liked that.
Most strikes? How can that be so cool and so dorky at the same time?
William Price, The Bay Bowlers, 2002. Most strikes. Hey, good for William. Good for him.
It's awesome that Chloe's mom wants to teach kids. She'd be really good at it.
Oh, that hurts my heart. Oh, if this is what you want, we'll find a way to make it work, William, and a little smiley face. The College of Arcadia's Early Childhood Education Certification Program. Take the first step. Be the first step. Early childhood education is the first step towards lifelong learning. Night classes available. Oh, God. Joyce was trying to, you know, find a career with more prospects, because let's be honest, there aren't many prospects working at a diner, but you know, working in education, you know, that could have done something. I don't know how the pay would have looked in comparison, but if that was her dream, and again, this makes me so sad.
The entrance to the dark cavern is in there. Bluebeard's chosen hiding place for the mysterious amulet.
Let's go in.
There it is, the dark cavern. Crap. I can't get into the attic if I can't even reach the door. I need to find something to stand on. I'm sure I can find something around here to boost me up.
Well, there's this crate. I did also notice a stool in Joyce's room, Joyce and William's room.
Maybe this will make me tall enough to reach.
It doesn't look all that sturdy. Then again, Max appears to be quite light, so it might hold her weight.
It's a start. I gotta find something I can stack on top of it.
And what about the doodad in here? Aha, yes.
This won't be big enough for me to reach, but maybe I can stack things on top of it.
Okay, yes.
Almost there. I just need a few more inches.
Okay. Anything in here? Not likely. Maybe we could use some books? Aha! Nice thinking, Max.
If I stack a bunch of books on the stool, I could probably reach the attic.
Hell yes.
I think that should be tall enough.
Okie doke. However, I am just about out of time for this episode. In the next one, we head up into the attic. But until then, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below, and if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. I've been Kallista. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.